From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Reset. 19. Watch 31. Check. Watch the shit. 31. Watch the shit.
They'll run on first down. McKinley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, here's Goff. Thomas has got it, complete. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd and short, Drake. Oh, he shifts past him, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 50, it's gone. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Christian Wilkins able to get in there and drop him behind the line. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
180. Going out. Hey, 76. 76. 76.
From the 22, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that player was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And all the inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
On first and goal, Drake. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Goff now looks to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Miller, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On second and 9, Watson into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Forget the run on third and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The full start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
From the 50, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Watson now on second down. And an alley to run. Room to run past midfield. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And their two drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0. But the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting sixes on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that'll bring up second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
41's the mic. Check, 41.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Buying time to his left. And able to find Dorsett. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. Back to throw, Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Philip Dorsett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and through. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun. Gone. He gets it to Thomas. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watson on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot?
He's got a man, complete. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hold on. Check. Hey, kill. 55, Mike, 55. Super one. You got nothing.
Just beating the play clock is gone. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Goff on third down. And Thomas has it. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Texans' 8-yard line.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
I got you.
They run with Thomas. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mike, it's been a long day for you. Jim. Check. Crunch.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They come out here in the eye.
55. Go, 12. Go.
They'll try again with Drake. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the 39, Goff. And Woods has it complete. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.